defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Back to throw, Fields. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll run with Barkley. And now off to the races down the right side. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown. Saquon Barkley. His second rushing touchdown of the year. And the Aviators' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Jake Moody now for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Geno now to throw. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Fall for touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other side right out of this one very quickly.
The extra point try now for Moody. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Now Geno on 1st down. He completes this to Walker. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and a yard. On 2nd down, it's Walker. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. Now it's 3rd down and inches. They'll try for the first with Walker.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
You look at this defense.
Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh, yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
And Smith here, an audible at the line.
13 next. 53. Line.
Now Geno. That's complete to DK Metcalf.
Down the right sideline.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
DK Metcalf.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score.
They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What, 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
But listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
They're on the 14-yard line. Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick stroke opportunity last time when they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now, former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Now it's Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon.
And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
After the interception, here's Smith. He'll buy some time right.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. Down the left sideline.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, CD, that's a huge play by this defense in a close ball game. I think he was trying to just extend the play. They're getting outside the pocket, but he throws a costly pick 6.
Yeah, he was trying to find someone open. You're exactly right. He wasn't looking to run. He was looking to throw. The result, not good for him. They were more than happy on the defensive side to gather that one in and take it to the house.
Moody good with the extra point.
And it's now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Here's Moore. He will return it. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Able to find Gray here. Shoves him aside, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit, but how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now a first down throw, Fields. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley, and he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First target, first catch, and a first down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Barkley. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 113 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Back to the air. Fields on second down.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And his kick is indeed good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back? Taking it right down Broadway.
How about this? He's to the 10.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Kenneth Walker.
85 yards.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Turn as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The slot man in motion right.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Fields.
Now he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further.
So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
On first down, it's Smith.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
DK Metcalf.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead will shrink to 6.
Seahawks 21. Jason Myers kickoff for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here we go. Good.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
You got to,
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start.
And got his man complete.
There he goes again.
Touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year.
And the Seahawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And that one puts them on top here in the 3rd.
Makes the score Seahawks 28, Aviators 27. Jason Myers.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just there, you know, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Looking to throw on 2nd down, Fields.
Flush to his right.
And this pass caught by Gray.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Slot man moves right.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 11 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Out of the gun, Fields.
Looking for Campbell downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And on now is the punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Fielded at the 20. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Flushed out right. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Running left is Walker. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 110 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now it's Smith off the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf with career touchdown number 60.
And the Seahawks are able to stretch out their lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 8. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
1st down and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Devin Bush driving in and picking up the sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
On 2nd down, here's Fields. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph.
And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off of play action, here's Smith.
Man open downfield, it's Metcalf.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now a play fake, and it's Smith.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Out to his left. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
This offense so far on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He finds his man complete. That's Gray. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A good gain of 12 yards that time.
4-8. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Up the middle with Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Now Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Fields now to throw.
Complete. This is Mitchell. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Eluding the pressure right. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From his goal line here, Smith. He'll find Metcalf. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Ambry Thomas.
And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
Here we go, son.
This is 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Now a first down throw, Fields.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Throwing now, Smith.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
Touchdown.
4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Aviators 27.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Here we go,
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Second down and 8.
At the 15-yard line.
Here's Fields.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now.
And they'll run for it with Barkley. Oh, he shifts past him. Pushing his way through. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Again, it's Barkley. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
At their 49-yard line.
And one last throw here for Fields. And this is into the hands of Campbell downfield.
And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win in the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he is going to get in there for the 2 points to make this a 12-point game. Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point